I've got Joy Ahearn here, who is one of our graduates from our coach training program in Cambridge, and let's just hear from Joy. Joy, can you just introduce yourself and who you are and what you do?
Yeah, thank you. My name is Joy Ahearn. I'm leader of a church in Guildford, and as the leader of a church, I wanted to explore coaching both for myself, for my own development, but also to see how I could use it with people that I'm working with in my church and further afield. What I discovered as I did the coaching program was how much it's helped me to grow as a person, how much more confident I am now in engaging with people, in asking people the sorts of questions that will help unlock them and their destiny, and in discovering things together with people. So it means that I feel I have more tools now to use both in my job as a church leader, but also in other areas of my life. As a leader of a church, I obviously get to talk to lots of people, deal with lots of different situations at times, and I think learning to be a coach and growing in the confidence of having the questions and the tools to explore situations with people, I think it means that I'm more ready now to stop, to explore where people are at, to actually find out the answers that they've got within them that God has given them. Rather than feeling the pressure as we can do sometimes as leaders to come up with the answers. Actually, I don't have to give anyone the answers. All I need to do is ask them the questions that helps them to find the answers for themselves from God. It's as simple as that, really. This is a simple example, really, of how the learning to coach has made a difference for me. I was speaking to a couple recently who were planning to move away from Guildford. They had a clear call from God to move on, and were discovering and exploring what God was calling them to do. And as I was meeting with them and talking to them, I was thinking, the pressure I can feel is that I've got to come up with some brilliant comment to support them and help them. And actually, as I thought about it, I thought, no, what I can do is ask them a coaching type question. And so I said to them, well, actually, what is your biggest dream in this? And that really helped explore for them and unlock for them what it was that they were reaching out for. I think it helped them to move on, but also it really helped our engagement, our understanding of each other, our communication. And I think it helped them also feel that they were heard and listened to and understood by me, which was really important. I went to the first weekend not really sure what to expect. In some ways not really sure, have I got the time to give to this? And then I got together with this group of, I quickly realised it was a group of really powerful people, and it felt like we were coming together and we're forming a very powerful group together. So as we trained together, as we learned together, as we quickly got into practicing coaching each other and got to know each other, we formed a really good bond as a group, supporting each other, encouraging each other, and the whole experience was exhilarating, really, and very encouraging. So although it was 4 weekends, when it came to the last weekend, it felt like, what are we going to do now that we're not going to meet together for these weekends? And yet obviously we can still get together as at David's tent to coach together. And I feel we've become part of a movement. It's not just a group of people who've had a good experience together. It feels like we're sharing something very powerful together and very powerful of God. So it's a real blessing.
So Joy, just one last question. In what way would you say the course has helped you in your personal transformation?
Well, I think the course, doing the training, helped me to understand far more about who I am, about what God has put on my heart, about how to explore the call that He's given me, and to have confidence that He will move me into the things that He's called me to, and that I can find the steps to do that. We were coaching each other during the training, so quite often we were exploring together the things that God had put on our hearts, and I know that God has put a big call on my life, and I know that I can start to move towards it, and that I am moving towards it, and I know that I can also choose to take steps to move towards it. It's not just sitting waiting for God to fulfill the things that He's said to me. I can take the steps to move towards them. I think if you're considering it, then you need to do it. I think if you want to learn, want to grow, both as a coach and in other areas, it's a fantastic investment in your life to do it.